Hello again, YouTube. Y'all gotta excuse me. I need to talk about this. I ain't even starting my day yet. But what I'm about to say, y'all need to hear. Well, wait, hold on. At least my lips. You guys, it's natural for you to want to have some sex, for you to want to have a woman's company. It's natural. But their emotions in 2023, a lot of them are unnatural. They are. So we as guys have to be careful. I'm gonna tell you something about these women, man. These women love to lie on people. See, this 2023, a lot of them done got old in their 50s and stuff like that, 40s, 30s, and it's not all. What I'm about to say is not all. So if you a hit dog, okay, you'll put negativity in my comment. But if you ain't, everything ain't about you. That's what people gotta realize. When I make these videos, when other people make these videos, everything ain't about you. But y'all be acting like hit dogs. Y'all be getting hit. You know what I mean? You know how a dog do something crazy and they get hit sometimes? So don't be going after these women merely because they claim they're single. You better learn how to control your sexual desire, because now it's almost like you going through a deadly obstacle course just to get a nut. You know? So you got to be careful out here. Keep receipts, and I'm gonna talk about this a little more later. You get into an argument with a woman on the text, I know people be telling you not to respond. If she's responding, you decide if you're gonna respond or not. But you gotta keep people talking when they talking, and stop trusting these people, man. These people are not friendly. Like, make people earn your trust, whether it's guys you getting cool with at work, whether it's these women, whatever. I gotta agree with Jason Black. It's a security risk to be so desperate when it comes to these women. So keep receipts. Don't be listening. Don't believe nothing. When you meet a woman, don't believe nothing she says. And remember everything she says. Don't tell her, I don't believe you, I don't believe her. Just let her keep talking. And listen, keep it in your mind. And if you like her, continue to deal with her, but be careful and remember everything she said. If you go into her house or she coming to yours, make sure she clarify what she coming to do on the text. That's what got Trey Songz out of that trouble. Was that Trey? Yeah, I think it was Trey Songz. So, because they love to lie and they love police. They love calling them peoples on you. They love calling them laws on you. So make sure that when you deal with people, whether on the friendship level, but the main thing I'm talking about is relationship level, make sure you document what they say. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm not racist. I'm not. But y'all better recognize that people don't like us blacks like that. So I ain't gonna go into details of why I say this. But white people be trying to sometimes, not all of them, again, not all. I got white subscribers that's very cool that I like. But if you ever understand how things go, especially in a state like Wisconsin, you know why I say this. With a lot of them, it's still You're just like little children, can't do nothing on your own. So they looking for a reason to lock you up, looking for a reason to take people's kids away and stuff like that, looking for a reason to fire you from your job. So just, I had to learn you got to play the game sometime, even if you don't want to. I'm in Wisconsin right now because I didn't play the game right. When people was playing the game, I didn't play it right. I'd still be down in Texas. I didn't respond to the game the right way. That's how it be. And I'm telling you, man, dude, listen. These women be having STDs. These women be having drug history. These women be having mental issues, physical issues. They be sickly. Dude, don't jump on everything that's put in front of your face. You know how you go to a restaurant and you place orders. What y'all do is equivalent to if you went to a restaurant and you didn't even place an order and they brought a plate out and put it in your face. And some of y'all eat it instead of being like, what's this? That's the equivalent of what a lot of guys is doing out here. Everything that's presented to them, they eating it. They drinking it. They consuming it. Instead of looking at the menu and placing the order. When it comes to these women, when it comes to dealing with people, you better look at that menu. You better know what's on that menu, what's being offered to you, what it is exactly you want, and place your order instead of, oh, I'm hungry, man. So they say, well, we got this plate right here, and they bring it out and give it to you. You don't even know what it is, and you eat it. That's what people is doing. That's what people is doing. Family is not what it was, man. Listen, man, let me show you something. This is how you know family ain't what it was. If you have a dilemma and it just drives you nuts because you don't want to call people, that's proof that family ain't what it was. Because if family was what it was, when you have a dilemma, you'll be like, man, I'll just call such and such. And it don't stress you out because you know they got your back. People talk behind backs. That's what they do. Talk behind your back and smile in your face the whole time. And all of y'all moving down to that South, you better recognize that it's people in that South that's masters at what I'm talking about. I met a lot of cool people, but you better understand. See, I know I went to Jackson State. The minute I was gone, all of them dudes that was in my face trying to be cool with me was trying to get with my ex-girlfriend that was still there. You think I'm going to do that to somebody? No, I'm not going to get with your ex. Why? Because I'm a real dude. This ain't just talk. Fake dudes get with people, ex-wives, ex-girlfriends, stuff like that. I ain't gonna do no crap like that, man. But these people will probably do it to me. See, I'm gonna show you. If you don't want to end up in jail, you can't always be around these people, man. This is what you gotta do. And y'all hear me saying this all the time. If you know a group of troublemakers goes to a certain place, why would you go there? I know you can't always avoid them, but you can avoid them mostly. Like if it's a gas station, like in Milwaukee, it's a certain gas station. I'm not scared of nobody, but I know, why would I go there when all the worst people drug addicts, armed robbers, dudes starting stuff because they with a group. All these crazy people go to that gas station. Why would I go? I'm going to give you an example. It's a Walgreens. Actually, it's a whole bunch of them. A lot of these guys that you don't want to deal with be at certain stores, certain gas stations. And I don't, because they do. You gotta know how to place your order. If a woman is not going to benefit you in great ways, you shouldn't even sleep with them. That's where paying for it can be a problem. Because all they gotta do is start liking you, start developing feelings for you, and they'll lie on you. And now you all messed up. So it ain't no, I tell y'all all the time, it ain't no set way, this just the way that's gonna work for everybody when it comes to relationships and dealing with people. Because it's always gonna be that person that's desperate, that got issues, that's gonna bring trouble. Whether you paying for it, whether you not, whether you trying to run game, whatever you doing. Like I say, it's a deadly obstacle course dealing with women in 2023. People be losing their careers. Ray Rice lost his career. Other people, that Minnesota baseball player is probably gonna lose his career if he haven't already. The dude from the Dominican Republic is facing losing his career. Y'all gotta realize what y'all up against, man. You supposed to stroke your own ego. You shouldn't need women to stroke your ego. I learned a long time ago, man, dude, no, that stuff ain't important, man. What's important is my God and my health. That's what's important. You would hope family would be good, but like, let's be honest. Sometimes people be keeping stuff in their mind and they got a problem with you. And it don't matter what you done did for them. They just got a problem with you. So anything in regards to people, you gotta keep it at bay. And you gotta know how to deal with it and with them. Everybody ain't gonna be like, all your kids, for instance, they not gonna be like Deion Sanders' kids, getting 15 tackles. So you and your dad can look good, passing for 510 yards, because you want your dad to be a success. All these kids ain't gonna be like that. All these wives ain't gonna be like June Cleaver. In fact, hardly none of them is. Especially if they watching daytime TV. Where they gonna learn how to be a wife from? See, that's another reason why getting married is dangerous. Because where these women learning to be wives from? Who teach them? That auntie that been married 4 times? Who teaching them? They watching their mother who has disrespected their father the whole time? Who teaching? Ain't nobody teaching them how to be no wives. I'm going to teach them, though, if they want to learn. I'm going to teach them. Because I'm going to show you what you supposed to be doing. And what you not. What you supposed to be saying. And what you not. But when y'all dealing with these people, man, you got to keep your receipts. These people will lie on you. Like, I'm going to show you something. All races do it. They all do it. Like, I done seen videos, Asian, white, Latino, black. They all do this stuff. Lying on guys about everything. You got to keep your receipts. Don't be no stepdad, because as soon as you break up with her, if her kids don't like you, they'll go right along. He did this, he did that. You ain't did nothing. Control your desire to help others. You got to control it. Because some people, you don't even need to be around them like that. I remember when I was working down at detention, it was this one kid. I ain't gonna say his name, but it was this one kid. No matter what the staff did, if he couldn't manipulate him, if he couldn't control him, he was disrespectful. He would lie on them. One of the things he'll do, he'll act like he gonna dap him up and then pull his hand back with the staff he can't control, the staff he don't like. One particular time, me and my partner, they put him on our pod, because what they used to do, I told y'all, I'm the worst guy in the building, but every time you can't handle somebody, you was putting them on my pod. To teach people lessons, they were putting them on my pod. Because they know I wasn't going to take no BS from them. So they put this one particular guy on my pod. From day one, he doing stuff. I told him, I said, man, I don't know what pods you think you on, but all that stuff you was doing on these other pods, it's going to end, or you ain't going to be out here. So he started doing the stuff he was doing. Every time it's time to lock in, he refused. So I told my partner, we ain't finna do like these other staff. Next time he refused, we putting our hands on him and we gonna escort him to his room, right? So that's what I told him. My partner was with it. So he did it again. He did it like 3 days in a row. They kept telling us, take him off restriction, take him off restriction. The third day he did it, we jacked him up and we escorted him to his cell. When we escorted him to his cell, it was other staff there, and this dude made up all kind of stuff. And they told him, you better be careful with that lying on people. Because they already knew, I could care less if you ever go home. You lie on me, I'ma take it seriously. We can take it to court. So he left it alone. He was making all kind of accusations because he got escorted to his cell. When you in correction, anybody that's thinking corrections is not the greatest pay, but it's good enough. It'll put you over the top if you handle your money right. You have to realize that y'all are a team, and you should never be scared of any of the subjects. You should never abuse or be manipulated by them either. You got to be down the middle. You got to adapt to each personality and deal with them as such. You and corrections, the ones that try to deal with everybody the same, like they all the same, you have the most problem. Because you're dealing with the criminal element. You're dealing with the criminal mind, psychopath, all kind of stuff. This is why I be telling y'all about these women. Because these women, you dealing with that stuff too. Y'all think because she got nice flowing hair that she can't be psychotic? She can't be disingenuous? She can't be none of these things? They can and are. We dealt with the girls too. Plenty stories. Plenty stories. I remember one time the girls was fighting so tough in the classroom that when me and my partner was breaking them up, She was off the ground like this, still had the other girl by the hair. And these is young girls, teenagers. Y'all making a fatal mistake, and somebody might go on the grill. I got to do a little more investigation, but somebody is possibly going on the grill today. Another content creator that I like. But you got to watch what you say on here, man. You can't be, y'all see. I'm not going to put him on the grill. I'm trying to give him time to take back some of the stuff he was saying. And I don't care what your position is. You ain't beyond reproach. Neither am I. So he got cooked by another content creator who's been on YouTube a long time. Been cooking people, singeing people for a long time. That being Ringo. But what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to see if he man up, and now that all the details is out, if he changed all that goofy stuff he was saying. Otherwise, he going on the grill. Sizzle dizzle. So, y'all gotta realize, people don't want to admit that I know what I'm talking about. People done said I'm damaged, all kind of weird stuff. What's damaged about me? So every guy that sees the truth about women is damaged. Sound like a little favoritism to me if I ain't ever seen it. I'm damaged because I'm sharing with y'all what I know. All of that little exalting women and stuff, God don't even want you to do that. They supposed to be catering to you. That's one of the main reasons why marriages fail, because women be thinking that the guy's supposed to cater to them, and it makes them unsubmissive if he caters to them too much. It makes them unsubmissive if they have an entitlement mindset. And you ain't there to be unsubmissive. You're there to submit. See, y'all been watching what's going on too much in the outside U.S. world. That ain't how marriage is supposed to go. That ain't how a relationship's supposed to go. But there's all type of stuff going on that you gotta be careful with. Every time these women send you a picture of their little flappy VJ, y'all dudes want to get up in it. Y'all want to get up in it. They married. You don't care. You running right to where she at to smash her. Not supposed to do that. What you supposed to do is, if you talking to a married woman, either stop talking to her or you tell her, look, ain't nothing going on until you get all that situated. She can say what she want. And first of all, if she's out of line in that relationship, it ain't gonna work out with her anyway. She doing you a favor when stuff don't go to that point. You'll be talking to these married women, you'll be like, it sounds to me like you just being petty and you just don't want to submit. Like I tell y'all, when your husband say, we getting ready to move, a submissive woman would say, where you want to move? Where? And to pack up and leave. These women now, I ain't doing that. I ain't moving. I gave you some 6 years ago. I'm entitled to a right. I have a right to say what I want. I have a right to have a say in this. You've been having sex your whole life. I gave you a little bit through the years. I should be telling you what to do. Jezebel. Hex. I want to tell you, Christian guys, something. You deeply religious guys, you pray a lot, you study the word, you go to church. I want to tell you something with this. If you letting her tell you what to do, talking about we co-pastors, all this other stuff, this unbiblical. Ain't no co-pastors in no marriage. She ain't on an equal level with you. You a man, right? If she on an equal level with you, that means she a man too. Now, regardless of what these other people talking about, is that what God is up? I ain't even got to say no more right there. But we gonna always revisit that. Y'all dudes be getting punked by y'all wives. You can't tell me I don't know. I know. And one of the main reasons you get punked, because you think that God is going along with it. You think that's what you're supposed to do, when I already told you the attitude of the Most High on it. You need to read them scriptures a little closer. You ain't finding my better half and co-pastors and we equals in this marriage. That ain't in the scripture. I'll tell you where it is. I'll tell you where it is. You want to know? That's in the church of Satan. Do as thou wilt. Because see, if the scripture tell you something and then you do something else, I ain't talking about you think you doing something else. I'm talking about really this real secret meaning behind it, you doing something else. Not what people say, but what it really means. Again, you either obeying God or you obeying the devil. Ain't no in between. It's either what the Most High said or do as thou will. Do as thou will is him. Open marriages is do as thou will. You ain't supposed to be in no open marriage. If she want an open marriage, give her a divorce. Then she can have it with somebody else. You having to stay with somebody to say that is idolatry. And read Revelation 21. What happens to idolaters? I ain't even got to tell you. Read Revelation chapter 21, verse 7 and 8. What happens to idolaters? When you be idolizing these women out here. And Willie D, you need to take back what you said. You about to go on the grill if you don't. And I watch you. I like you. You can't be out there saying that's that Cynthia. That's what she was saying. And I'm not the person. If I agree with some of what you say, I agree with some of what you say. When she say some of these dudes is bandits, like I said, a lot of guys was mad that I agree with that. I'm not an emotionalist. If A is true, B is not, and C is true, then I don't care who said A and C, I'm going to say, I agree with you. You ain't supposed to be holding grudges against people because they said something you don't like. I still watch Mr. Keep It Simple. I don't watch Amazing Lucas for what? Like, his content to me isn't good. Mr. Keep It Simple, when he stay away from that relationship stuff, the 9 to 5, say a lie, all that stuff is quality. Angry man say things this quality. But he went on the grill because you can't be talking black this, black that, and then go along with Pearly, man. And he never apologized. Y'all know, sometimes you'll know the best content creators because they don't be on that grill. Willie D is one of the best, but Willie D, I'm going to show you something about you. You are an emotionalist, and you need to correct that. You hate Trump. You barely say anything negative about Biden. Let's compare the jobs that both of them did. And now you coming out talking about doing something to people who, first of all, let's go here. People who choose to be in the rainbow, that's their choice. Don't hold their choice against them. But stop putting rainbow with the black plight. We was born black. We didn't choose it. I would have chose it anyway. If I could. Some things people doing and being a part of, they chose that. Those are the facts. Stop putting people, their choices with us. If they chose it, you don't hold their choice against them, but you're not finna put stuff people choose with the black plight. That's not even fair. It's not just, it's not fair. So when it came out about the woman who he was taken up for, clearly she has a resentment towards men. And this would go hand in hand with what I'm talking about. Did she even get hit with a brick? Because when they get mad at you, they start lying, boy. Just ask anybody that been through divorce court if their wife was 100% truthful in the things she said to get alimony and child support. This is what I'm talking about. Keep your receipts, man. And stop being so thirsty. When you start feeling that urge, it's better to jag than to go to jail. It's better to jag than to get caught up and be working practically for somebody else. It's better to jag than to lose your career. By comparison, you want to bring up God? Well, you're supposed to get married. See, this is why. It's not that I wouldn't love to be in fellowship with the church, but the lack of understanding is the number one reason why I'm not. People was trying to argue with me about stuff I knew I was right about. I studied it forwards and backwards, and they was in there holding grudges in the church. Hey, how you doing, brother? I come up behind the person. They walk right past me. And then when we left this particular church over this stuff, they tried to play the victim and act like I was in the wrong. We did all that stuff for him and he still left. Y'all forgetting about all that other stuff. Coming to Sunday school because your members was trying to debate and they was losing. So you came to Sunday school like I was a villain, like I was a bad guy. But then when we left, we bought his son, all that stuff. So, what about the other stuff that you was doing? The competition. When your sister came up to me, usually she quiet. Oh, that was a great sermon, brother. That was great. And her little brothers is acting jealous in the church. But because they don't drink and smoke, though, they righteous. You acting jealous in the church, where we supposed to be showing each other love. And I dealt with it at practically every church I was at. You think I was going to keep doing that? People trying to sit me down because they don't agree with me. And I'm sitting there teaching you the word, practically word for word. And it's because you don't want to believe it. I told dude, I said, so based on what you believe, how many times is the Most High? I said, how many times back then we saying Lord and stuff? I ain't know what that word meant. I said, so based on what you believe, how many times he coming back? He put up 2 fingers. I said, 2? I looked at my wife. We was like, we just both practically chuckled. I said, that dude. Next thing I know, we came back. He sat us down. He was jealous. He got mad because some of them people were coming to hear us. And then some of them would leave. They didn't even want to hear what he had to say. They's like, I like Sunday school. And I learned. I said, you know what? When I get in my church, I'm not going to be in none of these affiliations. I ain't going to have nobody over me. Well, you got to be under somebody. Man, shut up, man. You don't got nothing to no say between me and what the Most High want me to say. That's narcissism. This narcissism didn't just start, y'all. We just didn't know what it was 20 years ago. People been narcissists. All that, you got to be up under somebody, brother. Oh, yeah, I am the Most High. I answer to him. You want me to answer to you? What about when you wrong? These dudes be wanting a bunch of yes men. When I'm wrong, I want you to prove I'm wrong. And I'm man enough to say, you know what? I spoke too soon on that. This is how it really is. And that's what Willie D needs to do. We talked about big butts yesterday. I ain't gonna lie to you. That girl that got hit with that brick. But up here, she basically, this was crazy, man. How can I say this? She got all of that physicality. And because her head is messed up, this is what I'm telling y'all. She going to some abominable acts. One thing about Ringo, whether he talks to me or not, whether we close or not, whether we collab or not, none of that matters. Ringo is #1 at finding stories and exposing the truth about that story. Ain't nobody better than him. I give credit. Look, you don't gotta like me, you don't gotta deal with me. I'm still gonna give you credit where credit is due. Everybody was agreeing with Willie D, and then Ringo came out with that bomb and lit it. So now we finna see how cocky Willie D is, how arrogant he is. First of all, them rappers, man, it's hard to trust them anyway. Because I found out a lot of these rappers is working with them peoples and them feds. But who's keeping score? We just got to keep living. But anyway, man, I talked for a long time. They probably get a lot of ads on here. Watch them ads. Let them ads play out. Buy some. And speaking of ads, all of y'all, you want your, I ain't doing nothing with T because y'all deal with Anton Daniels. Nothing to get you, but you deal with him. Nah, no thank you. But like a lot of products, I'm about to do some things a little different that y'all ain't seen people do on YouTube. Because I know what YouTube is becoming. So I gotta adjust to it and try to capitalize. I believe in capitalism. Most High already showed me what YouTube is finna become. Why y'all think I'm the all subjects channel? People who just drowned in one niche, you better change your niche, or you gonna fall behind. And y'all notice how I'm picking up steam. I got hate watchers and love watchers. And shout out to all my faithful subscribers. But what I need y'all to do, I need y'all to show up in that live and make your support official. Or send super thanks. Because if all you do is talk, it's just lip service. It's just lip service. I appreciate the talk, but why can't y'all support me? These other guys are being supported. I'm gonna support you if you, I know the main ones that be having my back and be supportive. All they gotta do, hey man, I just created this channel, sub, support. The only reason why I stopped super chatting and stuff like that, because a lot of the guys that I was doing it for, they just start going off the rails and just saying goofy stuff and doing weird stuff. And a lot of them, I still watch them. And we gonna get back around to some of this financial support, because some of these people do good work. I ain't gotta agree with everything with you. If I agree with most of what you do and most of what you say, I'm finna get back to supporting some of y'all. You don't gotta be my friend. If you helping the world, I'm gonna support you. Fresh and Fit ain't helping the world. Look at what they did. And you telling me they helping the world? They not helping the world, man. Who they helping? People talking about, you was this. Well, then again, I take it back. They might be a little. You never know. Me personally, from my observation, they not doing that much to help the world. But I can't say 100%, because you never know what people is doing and feeling that turn on their videos. I can say some of the other ones, man, I know they helping people. But I'm not finna keep mentioning these dudes, and these dudes be having that attitude where they don't mention other people. But anyway, thanks for watching. You already know we probably won't go as hard as yesterday. We got more videos in the mix. So stay tuned.